What's up everybody? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I learned FPV manual mode on this drone. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's the 808 State from the big island of Hawaii. Today, DJI FPV manual mode. How did I get there? And how did I get pretty good with it within hours? If this is the first time to my channel, please don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell. I do drone tech related stuff, I do gear reviews, and I do YouTube tips and tricks in case you guys want to be notified. DJI FPV manual mode. How did I get really good with it to feel comfortable of not crashing it? Well, the DJI FPV drone actually offers one of the best flight modes that you can have for a regular consumer drone that people actually want to use it for. The thing is, how do you get to fly manual? How do you learn to fly acro, also referred to as acrobatic mode? Because your stick inputs totally vary from the GPS mode. While in GPS mode, all you have to do to go forward is press the right stick forward. Now in DJI FPV manual mode, on the other hand, you have to tilt her forward so she goes forward. DJI FPV or manual mode itself, acro mode, is more of a fluid flow where there's barely any stops. But with the help of a button, the pause button, we can set it back to GPS mode and can just regular fly. But how do you learn to do the manual mode? Well, the way I learned it was that I tried simulator. Now, if you don't have an iOS, like I do, I have only Androids and I have a PC and a laptop, you have the choices of multiple simulators you can download. I found for myself Liftoff. Liftoff is offered by Steam. Steam is a digital platform that offers multiple games and all that other stuff, and you can buy Liftoff from there, install it, and play it on your PC or your laptop. The good part about it is that you will be able to plug in your DJI FPV controller via the USB-C that comes with it, just straight into your computer, plug and play. There's no drivers to be installed, there's no setups that you have to do. You simply go onto Steam, download or buy Liftoff, download Liftoff, install Liftoff, and once you're in there, you just simply go into the options, and within the options, you have the choice to change the buttons on it, to set the buttons up for the controller within the game, which is 4 simple buttons that you just have to do. Calibrate your controller, and you're good to go. The first time I tried Liftoff, it was a disaster. I literally didn't even know how to do the stick inputs. The stick inputs are very, very, very sensitive. As a GPS pilot, you tend to over push these buttons constantly, like really pedal to the metal, literally, like pedal to the plastic right here. You push this stick all the way, all the time. In manual mode, you try to have a slider, depending on how your rates are set, a slider smooth version. Plus, every movement of the drone, shall it be forward, sideways, yaw, roll, backwards, whatever, up, down, every single of these directions is directed through these sticks. Cool part is, once you start learning how to do it, you're gonna end up with something like this. And that, in the end game, while flying, you're gonna learn that your thumbs start doing their own thing. At first, you're gonna get to try and even get it off the ground. Like it's gonna be all over. So now the Liftoff simulator actually gives you the possibility of learning that, and it gives you the chance of learning this acrobatic mode without destroying this $700 drone, because this $700 drone is just simply very, very breakable. Now, most people said that this is just a toy. Is it really just a toy, or is it an awesome tool? Because I use it for type of shots like these. And once you get really comfortable of the way you can control that drone, you will have the ability to actually use this drone to add on to your existing GPS footage. And that is what this drone was made for me to do. And it's doing an amazing job in it. Plus, you have all these safety functions. With a tap of a button, boom, one time, and you're gonna be able to stop. The drone will stop frequently just right there. It's gonna just hover there. Besides that, once you run low on battery, she also will stop, but then she also will try and return home or land wherever she's at. So wherever you are, keep an eye on those battery levels in the bottom. So how long did it actually take me to learn manual mode? Actually only 5 hours of the simulator, where I did 1 hour in the simulator and one pack, one battery on this. And while I was trying it, I was actually staying up high in the air. I was staying up high in the air. I didn't buy this to do flips and turns and rolls, even though I have the possibility of doing so. And maybe in the near future, I will be utilizing it actually to do transitions. But so far, just to get the hang of acro mode or just to learn manual mode, I would highly suggest go with a simulator. There are multiple simulators out there, but this one has worked very well for me, especially when I choose the option of a drifty drone. The drifty drone within the game or within that simulator actually is almost as good as this type, how this behaves. Besides that, with a drifty drone, what you do is you kind of like have more of the edge of turning, where you're going to learn that there are variables that are not within the simulator, such as strong winds. All those things with the drifty drone, I have felt like that it feels just like the DJI FPV drone. And because of that, I put in a total of 5 hours into this liftoff simulator, and whenever it rains, I just throw in my computer and I just throw the controller on top of that and I just start flight. The cool part is because you can use this controller, and because of using this controller, you will be able to utilize this controller right inside here as well. And then you're going to be able to play around with your rates within your goggles and set the rates pretty much similar to the simulator that you have here. And that's all it takes. The game itself requires a computer that runs at least a Windows 7, Windows 10 recommended, and has 15 gigabytes of free space on your hard drive. Besides that, I would recommend also a GeForce GTX 960 and up that has at least 1 gigabyte of video card memory. Anything above that, I would say you're totally fine playing it. It's a blast playing it, and it's a blast learning on it. And after I did all these hours, this is pretty much what I came up with. Just like that, I flew the drone, and I am totally stoked the footage that I can get out of this. And I hope this video helped you to learn how to, or to get to the way of learning how to do manual mode or acro mode in this in the best way possible without destroying your $700 investment. If this video was helpful for you, please don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Let me know in the comments what you think and which simulator you might be using for yourself besides the iOS that is offered by DJI. Until then, don't forget, COVID-19 is still out there to get you. Be a nice human, wear a mask, and wash your hands. Aloha, everybody.